Hello, my name is Annie Rivers and I am the Executive Director at the Sumter County Museum. We want to introduce you to our museum, all of its varied parts and how they come together to make it a treasure for our community. We work tirelessly to reach the goals set forth in our mission statement to preserve, promote, and interpret our local history through educational programs and the preservation and exhibition of objects, manuscripts, and documents which help tell our story. Enjoy the video and see what the Sumter County Museum has to offer. The present Williams Bryce House was built by Aaron Cohen Phelps and his wife Virginia Moses Phelps in 1916. Martha Williams Bryce and Thomas Bryce were the last occupants of the house. This was the first building that became the Sumter County Museum and was donated after Martha's death to establish a museum in Sumter. It houses a permanent exhibit on Thomas Sumter, and the downstairs parlor and dining room are set up to represent what the home would have looked like when it was first built. The upstairs features both rotating and permanent exhibits on our county's history. The Heritage Education Center is an integral part of the museum. We have rotating exhibits and display cases in McKenzie Hall, and this space is regularly used for workshops, professional development events, book signings, performances, and much more. The White Barns, the oldest structures original to the museum property, house the transportation exhibits as well as the Morgan collection of country life. And what can we say about our backcountry homestead? This collection of structures is such a jewel in the heart of Sumter, and we work very hard to bring it to life many times each year during our Living History Days. Costume interpreters offer free crafts, food, storytelling, scavenger hunts, and games, all from around the early 1800s. From the smithy and the loom house to the log cabin and settler's house, the herb garden to the wood barn, the self-interpretive backcountry homestead is open to exploration even when the museum isn't. We opened our most recent addition, the Temple Sinai Jewish History Center, in June 2018. The exhibit, located in the social hall of a 1913 synagogue, starts by telling you a little bit about the traditions of Judaism, then connects Sumter to that broader history by illustrating the Jewish migration to Sumter and the legacy that still thrives. It tells the stories of a few of the phenomenal Jewish people from the area, notably that of Mr. Abe Stern, a Holocaust survivor. The exhibit illustrates the horror of that history in order to remind people about atrocities we should never forget. In addition to the permanent exhibit at the temple, we feature Ackerman Hall, a space for rotating exhibitions. 2019 was a record year for us in the number of visitors and programs. We had even more plans in place for 2020 to further increase our community engagement. But of course, we're interrupted by the pandemic. Besides closing temporarily and losing income from admissions, programs, and gift shop sales, COVID-19 forced us to cancel our two annual fundraisers, the Shrimp Feast and Oyster Roast. These two events usually generate over $30,000 in income for the museum. While we are pushing forward and opening with safety guidelines in place and pivoting our programming to virtual formats, the continued uncertainties of the pandemic concern us. We're not sure when or if we'll ever be able to resume these popular fundraisers. You can help us during this time of change. We're proud to be participating along with other great Midlands nonprofits and Central Carolina Community Foundation's Midlands Gives online giving platform. If you are able, support local during the season. Donate to the Sumter County Museum at midlandsgives.org.